Let's switch to the NQ.
Order filled.
Shorting at the bottom of the range is always kind of sketchy. Let's see how this one plays out and then take it from there because we're kind of at a pivot point in my point of view.
Order filled.
That doesn't look good. Definitely buyers here. Buyers. Okay. Not my favorite kind of trade, but see if we can get through 259. Hey. Come on. Come on. Oh, that's a tough one. Well, I kind of want to just close it, but it's tough. This should be the lowest we've gone in a while. Think. That's not good. Swept. Huh? I just don't like how there's no follow through. Eek. Buyers step in every time. There's a fight here. I think the indecisive. More buyers than sellers down here, but oh fuck. Set it down close. Really? Wow. That was tough. Tough. Yep. Hate this kind of trade. It's just dangles right in front of you. Yeah, fuck this, man. Oh, I really hate this kind of trade. The kind where you're profitable, and then you're not. This. Come on. Where's the sellers?
Order filled.
All that for a lousy $100. It's too much stress. Like that just depleted so much of my emotional capital. Oh. Because we really are at a pivot point, and it's a tough one. I'm going to wait till we see some momentum, because this could totally explode in our faces. Just enough to like I would have hit my target, but that's okay. There we go. Now what can you do? Just wait and see if they don't just yank it right back. Phew, I would have gotten that, but that's okay. As okay as it can be. And these meters are tick strike, this audio sound, if you're wondering. I will do a separate video where I explain everything, but not yet. So tempting to jump back in. But look at this. Look at this.
Order submitted.
This that.
Order filled.
Here it comes.
Order filled.
No follow through. Shit. Come on. There we go. Come on. Go. God almighty.
Order filled.
Oh, that stuck too. There's no momentum. This is very dangerous ground, I guess I would say. It's like high emotional capital required for this type of trading. Because look at that. Ugh. Just grinding. because we're really in a spot. We could bounce real hard here. Rather than a bounce or flush, and that's or just get chopped as they try to figure it out. To me, ugh, don't like it. Mhm. Yeah. No, I don't like. I prefer the momentum runs. This is not it. Because this is exactly where they can short squeeze or just flush. Ah, yeah, sorry. You just watch this go from low to lower. But this is the type of trading you just have to realize if you don't like this type of price action, don't touch it. It takes away so much emotional capital. With this grindy, can't make up your freaking mind stuff. Because we could totally get a reversal here, and that would be very painful. If it gets past this level, see value area low down here, this red dashed line. You could retest that. See why it's good not to short when you're feeling like that. Not super exciting. Up 385. Oof. See, it's possible reversal right here. Looking pretty good for that.
Order filled.
Short squeeze, come on, squeeze. Squeeze. No. Come on. Value area low. Test value area low. There we go. Up close. There you go. Up close. Up close. Come on. Up close. There you go. Come on. There we go. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. One tick. Come on. Boom. One tick.
Order filled.
Yeah. What is close? Okay, point of control flipped. What does this mean? Are we going down or up? Let's see if we can get above. Okay, now value area has engulfed us. Value area low has moved here. It's a lot of heat to fade, but I'm gonna hit target. Not really a game I like to talk about, but that would have been a nice point of control flip. Settlement is this settlement? No, that was not settlement. The previous settlement. This was settlement. So we have hit this pink moving average. That's typically a good place to short again. Oh, but it's scary, isn't it, when it's been rifling up like that?
Order filled.
Okay. Does not look good. It keeps holding point of control, friends.
Order filled.
I reversed. It's a sign. I don't know what's going on. Let's see if it hits a VWAP. VWAP, come on. Oh.
Target filled.
Okay. I think I'm fucking done. Shit. Okay, just hit settlement. Settlement from a while back, not recent. What now? This is a rough trade day, I'm not gonna lie. So see, on a 5-minute chart, that was a 2-minute chart I've been on, but see on a 5-minute chart, this volume profile is just messy. Let me grab my arrow. See, on the 5-minute, it hit the EMA. Man, I just don't feel good about today. I mean, it's just chop slop, even though overall downtrending day. But then in the big picture, it could just balance out and go up and down through this entire value area all freaking day and chop you up. But 685 for the day is pretty good. I'm just going to wait and see if they flush it hard after this big run. This run could just be to sweep plenty of stops and then flush it. Because below I see a lot of space to drop. Could you imagine if it just goes straight back up to value area high? Although great point of control flip trade, yeah. I learned that point of control flip from that Trades by Matt guy. Okay.
Order filled.
Rut row.
Order filled.
That sucked. I've never closed so many trades just shy of target. That's how little emotional capital I have today for this. Like, no follow through. My target's 10 points. But, hey, I'll take it. 825. Gross. Net is 792, which is totally fine by me. Will we get follow through now? Ugh, I don't like this. So 825 / 792. We're in some chat zone. It's still above point of control. Here's my arrow. Right? This is point of control. It's still above, but this pink moving average is a 21 EMA. And in a downtrend, if that holds it down, that's a good place to short again. That's why I shorted. But, ugh. It's in this chop zone type feel. I'll wait for momentum, friends. This level is kind of do or die. If it breaks above this, then we can go higher. If it doesn't, then likely just chop. I think if it stays here, see, we got some selling when we get to that level. See, here. Will this continue? Oh, I don't know, man. You get enough buyers, they come in, try to look like they're trying to lift, but then the sellers stop them. It's just a battle right here. Will it hit point of control again? Or will we break and go towards settlement? Which is this, settlement is this purple line here. It opened right on top of settlement, pushed through, tested that pivot point. It held. I don't know. I think we may get a short squeeze. There's always lifting once we try to sell. That was pretty good momentum. Yeah. But will that follow through? Holding at VWAP. Point of control. Notice point of control drifted up to here. Point of control was down here. Value area low was down here. Now value area low drifted up. Point of control drifted up. Low volume mode. Tough one.
Order filled.
Hmm. Come on. There we go. Push. Push. Shit.
Order filled.
I can't hold it. I can't hold shit today. All right. It's bad news for me. Let's stop. Net profit. $853.28. I just don't have the emotional capital. Let's disconnect. And let's silence the tick strike. Let's close the tick strike. All right, quick debrief. We've already been going for 46 minutes. Let's see here. Okay. Net profit 890. Started trading at 8:50 Central Time. I did 2 micros in that 50K account that's already past profit target. And then I went into the, this is a 300K eval that I started today. I reset a prior one and started it today. Now, all right, 8:50 to 9:36. So 36 plus 10, so 46 minutes, 890. That's not great, but you saw how many I closed shy of target. And the reason I closed is because I didn't have the follow through I wanted. So it just looked bad. And you saw how you can get like one ticked and they don't fill you because you don't, the target doesn't get hit. But there's nothing worse than getting one tick to your target and then it reversing and hitting your stop. I just don't think I could have tolerated that today. So I was closing a lot before the target got hit. But let me go to 2-minute chart. Okay. Well, let's stay 5-minute for a second. So this is the NQ. Again, I'm trading volume profile here, as well as the Renko bars that I showed in my last video. That's not under my recorded videos. It's under like a live broadcast. But anyway, I will do a separate video on the way I set up my charts. But this is the volume histogram. This dotted red line here, where the arrow is pointing to, is value area low. This dashed red line here is value area high. These thin green lines that I'm tracing is developing value area high. And then this thin green line is developing value area low. So in between these two lines are, I want to say 75% of the volume. Let me just check my volume profile. 75%. So my profile width is 75%. Okay, so 75% of the volume is between value area high and value area low. Yellow is point of control. This yellow dashed line is point of control. This yellow solid line that I'm tracing here, see this yellow solid line? That is developing point of control. So you can see point of control started up there. And at, what time is this? About 9:15, we saw it flip down. I commented on that, calling it, hey, this is could be a point of control flip. And it definitely was a good setup because that would have been profitable if we played the point of control flip. And then so value area point of control is this line here. So it dropped down and then came back up to here. And basically it's showing you on this histogram, this dashed yellow line called point of control is showing you where the highest amount of volume traded. And this was the last one. This was the one earlier, and this was the one before market open. Anyway, so basically I shorted a bunch and then kind of had to flip because this blue solid line down here is just a part on a chart that I marked because I consider it a pivot point. Here, let me show you on a daily chart. That blue solid line is basically marking where this big red candle, where its low is. So I figured coming from here, this is where we're going to test. Just on a technical basis, and we did. So we tested it, but just because you test it doesn't mean it's going to flush through it and keep going down. So it'll flush through and then ricochet back up. Typically, we'll come back and test the 21 moving average, 21 EMA, which is this pink moving average right here. In the last video, I mentioned this lime green moving average is a 233 EMA. So those are typically the two moving averages I use. Sometimes I'll use the 9 EMA, but long story short, I did not trade my greatest, even though I ended profitably at 890. Actually less because I'm not counting those micros, which is 36. Let me just look up Rhythmic. I'll look it up later. But I went through that pivot point, and I was being careful because yes, it definitely ricocheted back, and there was the flexibility. I had to go long instead of staying short, despite the trend being down today. You just have to be flexible like that. You can't just say, but it's gone. I mean, you can. What you could do is just say, I'm only looking for shorts, or I'm only looking for longs. And that's all fine and everything, but I have too much FOMO to not trade both sides. It's not for everybody. But the other chart that I use to make decisions is this one. And so basically, this is a Unirenko bar chart from Right Line Trading. And it shows order flow and shows different basically it'll show multiple time frames. So multiple time frames are showed. I won't get into the weeds here, but basically, like say this background is green. That means on multiple time frames, there's buying. When the background is white, it means there's like a divergence. You don't know, which time frames are buying, which time frames are selling. And basically, these Unirenko bars, they print based on the price moving a certain number of ticks. So if it rifles through, there was a lot of activity, something that you cannot see on a bar chart. I'll have to explain that some other time, but I make a lot of my decisions with these two together. And, you'll find the way that you like to trade, but for me, I typically trade volume histogram, the volume profile, and the Unirenko bars put together. On another video, I'm sure someday, maybe tomorrow, I also trade treasuries. And for treasuries, I try to base all of my entry decisions on the depth of market, the DOMs. And I followed basically Canadian futures trader guy who learned from John Grady. So I learned from John Grady his lessons, and I used Canadian future traders templates for his DOMs, which he generously made available on his website. So when you see my DOMs, you'll be like, hey, that looks familiar. It's because it's his templates. But anyway, let me just look real quick. So yeah, for that 300K account, up 853 today, and I like to multiply that times 20 to say, hey, if I did this every day, that would be a 17 grand month. And then if I did that every month, that'd be a $204,000 a year, which we know it doesn't work that linearly, but it's good to say, you know, keep things in perspective. Like if you hit a $17,000 month, is that more than what you make at your job? It's more than what I make at my job. So sometimes it's hard to be satisfied by profits that you think are small, but in you know, if you keep things in perspective, which is why I multiply it times 20 and then multiply it times 12, it just helps you kind of encourage yourself that you're on the right track, that you have a good pace, profit pace, and you know, it keeps you satisfied, and you need to be satisfied. Otherwise, you're just gonna keep trading and over trading, and you know. So again, this is the Mystic Futures Trader from Chicago. Already going an hour in, and I'm gonna end the video here. I'll see you on the next video.